everyone. In this video, let us discuss about text blob. So let us try to understand. This is being really helpful for the beginners. Basically, we all know that why NLP is really important, right? So in this video, we will try to understand what is text blob and why it is really important. So text blob is a Python library and it offers a simple API to access its methods and to perform basic NLP tasks. So a good thing about TextBlob is that they are just like Python strings. So you can transform and play with it, same like how we do in Python. So let us try to understand this, right? So from TextBlob, import TextBlob, right? So what I'm doing is like I'm creating a TextBlob object now. So blob is equal to, right? Blob is equal to text blob. Henry Harvin Education is a great platform to learn data science. So when I run this, let me take 1:5, right? So what I'm getting now, this is basically 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 space, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Because I have written 1:5, which means it will take from 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So that's why I'm getting this as the output. In case if I write it as dot upper, you can see that the entire sentence is being converted into, it is being converted into capital letters, right? So the next one is about, I have written, it also helps community through blogs, hackathons, discussions, etc. Right? So what I'm doing now, I have written blob plus and then I have written and plus blob 2, right? So what is happening now? I'm getting both. Blob is basically Henry Harvin Education is a great platform to learn data science. It also helps community through, right? So when I add this and in between, it is getting added and it also helps community through blogs, hackathons, discussions, etc. Right? Okay, fine. So now I'm going to do tokenization basically. Tokenization means dividing a text or a sentence into a sequence of tokens, which means words, right? So this is the most important basic task of NLP. So how to do this? For that, we have to create an object, right? First, we have to create a text blob object and pass a string with it. Call functions of text blob in order to do a specific task, right? So what I have written now, so I have written a sentence or two sentences basically. I'm writing like blob dot sentences. Now you can see two sentences over here. So if I want to get only the first sentence, I can write this code. So I'm getting only the first sentence. In case if I write dot words, I'm getting that first sentence into words, basically the tokens, right? Fine. Hope it is clear. Now what I'm doing for words in blob dot sentences of 0 dot words, I'm printing the words. So now you can see that Henry Harvin Education is a great platform to learn data science, right? So the next one, what I have done is noun phrase extraction. So we extracted the words in the previous cell. Instead of that, we can just extract out the noun phrases from the text blob. So noun phrase extraction is particularly important when you want to analyze the who in a sentence, right? So you can see an example over here. HHE is a great platform to learn data science, right? For NP in blob.tags, print NP. So what is the output I'm getting now? HHE NNP is verb and DT grade JJ. So this is what I'm getting. So here, like in case if I want to do a POS tagging, what I'm writing. So POS tagging means what? This is actually a grammatical tagging, which is a method to mark words present in a text on the basis of the definition and context. So in simple words, it tells whether a word is a noun or an adjective or a verb, etc. So this is just a complete version of this noun phrase extraction here, where we want to find all the parts of speech in a sentence, right? So this is what I'm getting. So let me execute this for POS tagging. This is what getting. HHENNP is VBZ, ADT, Great, JJ, Platform NN2, right? So this is what I'm getting. So now here, this NN stands for noun, DT means determiner, etc. Right? So in case if you want to know each and everything, you can go through that POS tags basically, right? Fine. So what I'm going to show now is, right? So this is what I have shown now. Now, in case if you want to do sentiment analysis, what I'm writing now, print blob. So blob dot sentiment. So what is the sentiment says that it is polarity is 0.8 and its subjectivity is 0.75, right? 0.8 and 0.75. And word inflection and lemmatization. So here I have written some sentence and I'm asking, I have written print blob sentences one dot words, and then I want to convert it into singularize. So when I write singularize, what is happening? Like it is getting converted to help, right? From text blob import word, W equal to word platform. Now if I want to pluralize, I'm writing W dot pluralize. I'm getting output as platforms. And using tags for word POS in blob dot tags, if POS equal to NN, I'm printing word pluralize now. I'm getting platforms, sciences, communities, right? Fine. So when I want to do lemmatization, I have taken W is equal to word books. And when I lemmatize, what I'm getting output as book, right? So the next one is n-grams, blob equal to text blob. I want to visit Malaysia. So for n-gram in blob dot n-grams 2. So print n-gram. So when I do that, so first of all, let me tell you what is n-gram. A combination of multiple words together are called n-grams. N-grams, n is greater than 1, or generally more informative when we compare to the words, and it can be used as a feature for language modeling. So n-grams can be easily accessed in text blob using the n-grams option, right? N-grams function, sorry, which returns a tuple of n successive words, right? So let me run this. So I want, because I have written two, right? Want to visit Malaysia. So let me make it to 3. What's happening? I want to visit Malaysia, right? So here, hope this is clear, right? So next what I have written is, okay. So I have to explain about sentiment analysis once again. This sentiment analysis is basically the process of determining the attitude or the emotion of the writer, whether it is positive or negative or neutral. So here you can see polarity as well as subjectivity. So polarity is float which lies in the range of -1, 1. 1 means positive statement and -1 means a negative statement. Subjective sentences generally refer to personal opinion or emotion or judgment, whereas objective refers to factual information, right? So subjectivity is also a float which lies in the range of 0, 1. So this is completely positive. So why I am retaking this step, why I'm re-explaining this, because in the bottom we will be doing some more sentiment analysis, right? Fine. So the next one, so we have completed this n-gram, right? So this is what we understood about it. Now let us try to understand spelling correction. So spelling correction is a cool feature which TextBlob offers, which we can access it using the correct function as shown below, right? So HHE is a great platform to learn data science. So let me change the, so let me execute this. Okay. So what I'm doing here is basically I have written PL80 of RM to learn, LERN, and then I'm writing science, right? SCENCE, right? So I'm writing with some errors now. So it will be checking with the spell check words like what it could be, right? And it is giving us the correct spelling, right? Because this is really being useful nowadays, right? So it will be giving, say, for example, when you write something wrong, it will give each and everything some, no, say, for example, you take something like GRET, right? So for great, GREAT, it is giving me something like grade something like a 0.5351, something like that. And then if it is get 0.31, so like this, no, like we will be getting so many words like CRET. So whatever is being higher, this will be considered as the right word. Fine. So that is what will happen here. So the next one is about, so let me write this now. So this is what we are getting, right? So great is actually this one, right? Fine. So hope it is clear now. Yes, right. So the next one is about creating a short summary of a text. So again, this is a simple trick which we will be using the things we learned above. So like let us look into the code now. Import random and blob equal to text blob, and I have passed some text to it. And like what I'm going to do now, let me run this code. Let me run this again. So you can see that this text is about, and then platforms, industries, communities, platforms, forums. So what is it basically doing, right? What is it basically doing? It is showing us some recommendations, right? So it is, you can see over here, we have a paragraph over here. From this, it is saying this text is about platform, industry, communities, platforms, or forums, right? So it can also do language translation. So text blob, I hope you are doing good. And I'm trying to translate to other languages, right? I'm trying to translate it to other languages. So this is what I'm getting, right? So if I want to detect the language also, I can write like dot detect underscore language. So I'm getting the language also over here. So the here also I'm writing, and I'm getting the answer as this ES, right? So from this, basically we can get to know about the language, and also in case if you want to do translation also, you will be able to do that, right? So the next important task is about the text classification, basically, right? Text classification using text blob, right? So in the training, I'm giving this data, and okay, so here I'm saying that Tom Holland is a terrible Spider-Man. So I'm saying that it is a negative sentence, right? And a terrible, so I'm again say that it is a negative sentence. And then the Dark Knight Rises is the greatest superhero movie ever, right? So this one I'm calling it as positive, right? So like this, I'm giving some training data and the testing data. And what I'm doing is I'm writing a code here. The text blob provides inbuilt classifiers module to create a custom classifier. So when I import this classifier, I'm using naive-based classifier over here. So you can see that we have passed the training data into the classifier, and here we can see that here we can see the accuracy of the classifier, basically for positive as well as the negative. So for example, I have taken another statement. I want to identify whether it is positive or negative. It is saying that it is a negative classifier. It is classifying it as a negative sentiment, right? So based upon the training on the data set, our classifier has provided us the right result, right? So we can also do some pre-processing and data cleaning. But here I haven't focused much on that, because we are trying to understand the applications of this text blob, basically. So what are the pros and cons? It is built on the shoulders of NLTK and pattern, therefore making it simple for beginners. by providing an intuitive interface to NLTK. It provides language translation and detection, which is powered by Google Translate. So cons is that it is little slower in comparison to Spacy, but faster than NLTK. So it does not provide features like dependency parsing, word vectors, etc., which is being provided by Spacy, right? So I hope this is a clear video on TextBlob. Thank you.